This field was home to legends like Foligno and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of AAC squads. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Baylor Bears. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Baylor Bears offense will get the first possession of the game. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important mentally this QB is on his game.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Might as well stick with him. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Zings it complete to the right.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And you try to sneak this in here, right? 3rd down, kind of manageable situation. Not too far, not too short, where maybe I can throw the football, but I sneak that draw, and their defense said, no, sir, I'm ready for that. Stuffs him on the 3rd down.
On 4th down, going to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. So Navy's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Here comes the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Navy will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Bears will punt this one away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really.
And they're on him immediately. Down goes their quarterback.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break.
All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Navy! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
It's complete to the right. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Handoff to the single running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action. Gonna let it fly. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to run for it. Nice move there. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And here on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds us back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Bears in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Baylor! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Ruiz. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Navy will have to punt it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But a really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
And the pass hits, picked off. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Line gets set, first down. The inside handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's right on target. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. He's going to pass. Unloads to the right. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. They want to throw it. He's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now it's 2nd and goal. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bears!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Navy offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Let's see if they go back to the run here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Navy will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back. It's Stoneburner. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Quarterback gets past the marker. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Getting some heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ruiz. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. The Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Now adjusting. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! They'll try to add another to their lead. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Navy will go back on the attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit.
All kinds of room to the right. The 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all away. Touchdown, midshipman.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
Well, the game plan has been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. On that last one, he was looking for number 3.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past?
And that pass picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Well, so he gets a foot down, but he really didn't get a foot forward. No gain on the play.
You could have just quarterback sneaked it and got more yards than that. We need more from this passing game.
He's got it. The expressway is wide open. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for and makes the fair catch at the 10. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Bears will boot it away to start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Keeps looking downfield. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking for room. It's Abraham. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the option. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Navy will have to punt it away. Slips through the line. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun. Give on the inside.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
On second down, looking to throw. Finds his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, what a cut! Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Ruiz. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bears! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets to return her on the ground. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
He'll ride his man on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Gets it out fast. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. Past the 20. Touchdown, Navy! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This is his personal resume reel, trying to win the Biletnikoff Award or something.
Highlight after highlight after highlight. He's going to go to social media. He's going to post these. Hey, a lot of likes, a lot of love, a lot of shares with those plays.
Fair catch, called for and made. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to stop.
Running back.
1 to the 22. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Bears will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Navy will go back on the attack. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. It's complete on the right side. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call. Navy will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Quarterback adapting. Fires downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Bears are flying down the field. Quarterback checking off. To the air on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They keep attacking through the air. Pressure coming. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. And he'd love to atone for taking that sack. Third and goal from the 18. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Baylor! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Dances away. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown Bears! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Navy offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown, Baylor! And the pummeling has started. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And he added the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. and it's his 4th interception of the game. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Caught over the middle. It's Ruiz. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
Navy 23.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you can trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered out.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He'll just keep slinging it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got to...
Oh, look out! He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. ULM is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 24 to Georgia State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when and that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass it.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
This is a 3rd and long. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line is set on 3rd down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Nice move to stay on his feet. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Catch in the middle, it's Bob. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. Tackled, but he has a first down. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Going the other way, and he's got room.
The first down throw. Intercepted by Baylor. And they'll set up 1st and goal.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.